The message came without warning, like a cold shadow over Earth. At 0312 UTC, every satellite, every screen, every communication relay stopped showing human signals and instead displayed a symbol, an 8-point star surrounded by silver rings, the official seal of the Galactic Council. Millions of people woke up in confusion. News channels froze. Soldiers in command centers stood silent. Families looked at dark screens that suddenly began to glow with alien light. A deep voice echoed across the planet, calm but filled with power. People of Earth, you will surrender your fleets, your technology, and your weapons to the Galactic Council. You are now under our regulation. The voice was not angry, not loud. It was worse. It sounded like someone speaking to a small, dangerous animal, like humanity was a threat that needed to be controlled before it grew too strong. For a moment, Earth was silent. Cities stopped. Traffic paused. Even the wind seemed to still. Humanity listened, afraid and confused. The broadcast continued, showing alien leaders sitting in a vast council chamber, tall figures with glowing eyes and ancient robes, species older than Earth's oldest civilizations. Your species advances too fast, one alien declared. You create weapons with no permission. You travel space as if you own it. Your war history shows your nature, violent, unpredictable, uncontrollable. Another alien spoke, voice sharp like metal scraping. We demand total surrender. You will hand over your fleets to our command. Earth will submit. Then the final line, spoken slowly, each word heavy like a threat. If you refuse, we will neutralize your species. The signal ended, but the silence did not. Billions stared at their screens, hearts racing, minds frozen. The Galactic Council was not a myth anymore. They were real, and they feared humanity. In the United Earth Strategic Command, deep underground beneath the Atlantic, world leaders gathered in a dark room with holographic displays floating around them. Generals, scientists, admirals, diplomats, everyone waited for instructions, but no one spoke first. At the head of the table sat Ambassador Elias Ward, Earth's representative to interstellar diplomacy, a calm man with sharp eyes and silver hair. He watched the council message again, expression unreadable. A commander broke the silence, voice shaking. "Sir, what do we do? They can destroy worlds. We are not ready for a full war." Another general slammed his fist on the table. "They think we will kneel. We should strike first." Elias did not raise his voice. He simply looked at the screen, then at his people, and spoke softly. "We do not surrender." The room went silent again, but this time the silence felt different. Not fear, but something colder, stronger. A quiet confidence, as if humanity knew something the galaxy did not. A young officer whispered, "Sir, do we reveal Project Dawn?" Everyone turned to Elias, waiting, breath held. But he shook his head. "Not yet. Let them push first." He stood, straightened his jacket, and walked toward the holographic transmitter. He pressed a single button, the button that would open a direct channel to the Galactic Council. The room watched in suspense as the connection formed. The council chamber appeared again, tall alien senators watching him with arrogance and cold superiority. One alien leaned forward. "Have you chosen to obey?" Elias looked calm, expression almost emotionless. Then he gave a small, slow smile, a smile that was not friendly, not warm, a smile that said humanity was not afraid. He said quietly, "We heard your words, we understand your fear, but Earth does not kneel." Gasps echoed through the council chamber. Alien voices whispered in panic. Some stood from their seats, others hissed in anger. The council leader shouted, "You choose extinction." Elias's smile deepened, but his voice stayed calm. "No, We choose to stand. The transmission cut. The room exploded into movement. Orders, alarms, encrypted signals, ships preparing for silent mobilization. The entire world shifted from shock to readiness. Not loud, not chaotic, just focused, determined, united. Outside Earth's orbit, hidden beyond dark space, unknown human warships activated, engines glowing with strange, newly forged power. Their systems came online, one by one, weapons silent but ready, like wolves waiting in the shadows. The galaxy thought humans were children playing with fire. They never understood that humans learned to build fire into a star. While Earth prepared in silence, the Galactic Council did not wait. Inside their grand chamber, a city-sized ring of crystal and silver floating above a purple star, panic spread like fire beneath calm masks. The Council's top species gathered in a private session, shields active, voices encrypted with ancient technology. 1,000 different stars burned outside the transparent walls, but no light seemed warm that day. The Archon of Thel, a tall serpent-like alien with 4 glowing eyes, slammed his tail on the floor. Humans reject regulation. Their insolence cannot be ignored. A diplomat from the Mistborn Visari floated forward, her voice echoing like wind. They smiled too easily. I fear they hide something. The council members ignored her warning. Fear mixed with pride, 2 dangerous things. They had ruled the galaxy for 10,000 years. How could a young race like humans resist them? Rumors of the hidden fleet. Across council space, whispers began spreading. First from spies, then from traitors, then from broken data streams that shouldn't have existed. Rumors said Earth had ships never recorded in the Universal Registry. Ships with no transponder codes, no signatures, no known engine type. A council intelligence officer delivered a report, trembling. We detected gravitational waves near the Terran sphere, as if large objects jump between stars without gates. The Archon hissed, impossible. Humans do not possess slipgate-free travel. The officer swallowed hard. Then someone gave it to them, or they built it alone. Silence again. Fear again. No one wanted to believe it, but every species remembered human history. How fast Earth advanced, how fast they turned war into science, how fast they rose from a ground-bound species to starfarers in barely centuries. If they built something new, it would be beyond council understanding. A small fleet sent to test Earth. The council did not declare war openly. Instead, they sent a disciplinary fleet, not large enough to destroy Earth, but large enough to threaten them. 17 capital ships, 5 dreadnoughts, 2 carrier titans, escorted by hundreds of smaller vessels. They appeared outside the solar border, just beyond Neptune's orbit. The fleet commander, Admiral Zicthran, opened a channel. His voice was sharp and full of superiority. Humans, power down your defenses. This is your final chance to surrender peacefully. He waited for panic, for fear, for pleading. But his screen remained empty, silent, black. No reply, no panic, no diplomacy. Just darkness. Then a whisper through static, barely audible, like someone speaking from far away. We see you. Zicthran frowned. Identify yourself. The signal cut, replaced by quiet laughter. Soft, cold, confident. The Admiral felt his skin crawl for the first time in decades. Space bent, like glass under pressure, like reality itself folding inward. Sensors detected nothing. No warp signature, no slipstream trail, no gate activation. Just empty space. Then suddenly, human ships materialized. Black hulls, silent engines, sharp angular designs covered in silver patterns like ancient runes. Their weapons remained cold, but their presence alone felt like a threat to existence.
A bridge officer screamed, "These ships, they're not in any database." Another shouted, "No radiation spike detected. How did they arrive?" Zicthran whispered, "Ghost ships." The largest human vessel stepped forward, dwarfing even the council dreadnoughts. Its hull reflected no light, like it was carved from the void itself. Across its surface, only one thing was visible: a single glowing emblem, a white star wrapped in iron wings, not Earth's official symbol, something new, something born in secrecy. Humanity spoke softly. A transmission opened from the human flagship. No loud music, no threats, just a calm female voice, soft, steady, and terrifying because of how polite it sounded. "Galactic Council Fleet, you are trespassing. Turn back."
The Council fleet did not retreat, not because they were brave, but because they didn't want to admit they were afraid. Admiral Zithran stood on his command deck, claws tapping against the metal floor, his eyes locked on the silent human ships ahead. They floated like shadows carved into space, no energy trails, no heat signatures, no comm chatter, nothing that made sense. He turned to his tactical officer. "Scan again. I refuse to believe these ships exist in silence." The officer's voice cracked. "Admiral, they have no detectable engines, no warp cores, no reactors. It's like they are dead." Yet the ships moved, shifted, adjusted formation. Alive without life signs. Powered without technology that Council understood. A whisper ran across Zithran's mind. Not a voice, not a language, just a feeling. We are being watched by something older than us. Chapter 5. Humanity's Strange Calm. Back on Earth, Ambassador Elias Ward watched the encounter on a live hologram. Around him, commanders, scientists, and analysts worked quietly. No panic, no shouting. Their calmness felt unnatural to anyone outside humanity. General Rana spoke softly. "Admiral Zithran will fire soon. Pride will not let him leave." Elias nodded. "Then we see how far they fall." He walked across the command room, past screens showing other star systems. Human outposts that did not officially exist. Colonies hidden beyond council borders. Ships marked with no nation. Only the white star with iron wings. This was not Earth's fleet. This was the fleet Earth built when no one was watching. Chapter 6. The Council fires first. Back at the border, the moment snapped. Pride defeated caution. Fear turned into aggression. Admiral Zithran lifted his arm. "Fire one warning volley. Target their lead vessel. Disable, do not destroy." The order echoed through the ships. Energy cannons charged, missiles armed, plasma lances powered up. The empty space lit up as hundreds of weapons launched toward the human flagship like falling stars. The battlefield glowed bright, but the human ships did not move, did not shield, did not respond. They simply watched. Chapter 7. The Impossible Defense. The weapons hit and disappeared. Not absorbed, not reflected, erased. As if reality refused to acknowledge them. As if space itself swallowed the attack before impact. On the council bridge, alarms screamed. Officers shouted. One scientist fell to his knees, whispering, "That is not defense. It is the absence of existence." Admiral Zithran stepped back in horror, his voice shaking. "What are these humans?" Chapter 8. Humanity speaks, but softly. The human flagship opened a channel again. Same calm female voice, but now colder. Not a warning, a judgment. "You fired first." Silence. Then she continued. "We will not return fire. Not today. But mark our words, there will not be a second warning." The council fleet trembled. Not from damage, there was none, but from realization. The universe had new rules now. Rules written by humans. Chapter 9. The Data Leak.
At that same moment, across hundreds of star systems, encrypted bursts of data appeared on illegal networks, black markets, hidden archives. Someone, or something, released footage of the encounter. Millions of beings across the galaxy watched the Council attack humans for no reason except pride. And they watched humans stand still, unharmed, untouched, unafraid. Whispers began. The Council has met a rival. Maybe a leader. Maybe a conqueror. Rebellions that had been silent for centuries suddenly woke up. Not to fight with humans, but to fight because humans gave hope. The Council realized humanity's greatest weapon was not ships, or technology, or power. It was influence. Chapter 10. The Council retreats. On the border, Zithran silently broke. He lowered his head, voice defeated. All ships fall back. The fleet turned, engines burning, leaving space behind them like cowards fleeing a shadow. The human ships did not chase, did not taunt, did nothing at all. Just floated, silent, like guardians of a secret no one could understand. As they disappeared into the void, one message appeared on every Council ship. You came to tame us. Instead, you learned why we smiled. End of Part 3 cliffhanger. The galaxy now knows. Earth is not just a planet, not just a species, not just a threat. Earth is a force. News of the encounter spread faster than light, not through official channels, not through Council media, but through whispers, black markets, pirate frequencies, refugee networks. Everywhere across the galaxy, beings watched shaky recordings of the Council's attack disappearing into nothing. Some watched with shock, some with fear, some with hope. But everyone asked the same question. Why did the humans smile? Chapter 9. Meanwhile, deep under Earth. Far below the surface, deeper than government bunkers or military bases, a hidden facility awakened. Powered by machines that looked too advanced to be man-made. Walls pulsed with faint light, humming like ancient cathedrals. Scientists, soldiers, and silent figures in black uniforms walked the halls. On their shoulders, the white star with iron wings. Not a nation's emblem, a new identity. Inside the command chamber, Ambassador Elias Ward stood before a massive sphere of rotating light. It was not metal, not software, not energy. Something else. Something alive and mechanical at the same time. Dr. Mara Lynn, lead researcher, typed commands as symbols changed shape mid-air. The Council fired exactly as predicted, she said, voice flat. Their pride moves faster than their logic. Elias nodded slowly. Good. Then the timeline continues. A junior officer looked confused. Sir, are we truly ready for open war? Elias placed a hand on the orb, eyes cold, calm, certain. We are not preparing for war. He paused, expression hardening. We are preparing to end the age of empires. Chapter 12. The Ancient Discovery. Years ago, humans found something far beyond Council space. Not a weapon, not a ship. A vault, floating between star systems like a forgotten tomb. Inside, technology older than every Council civilization combined. Not created by gods, but by the first civilization the galaxy ever knew. A species erased from history, known only as the architects. The humans didn't steal the technology. They didn't reverse engineer it. They understood it. As if it was meant for them. As if humans were not just evolving fast, but returning to something ancient in their nature. That was the secret. That was the cold smile. Chapter 13. The Council learns the wrong truth. Back at the Council capital, the leaders screamed, accused, demanded answers. Some wanted peace. Some wanted genocide. Many wanted to hide their embarrassment. The Archon slammed his staff on the marble floor. Humans must be destroyed before their influence spreads. But the Vasari diplomat, the one who warned them earlier, spoke softly. Her voice echoed like rain. Destroy them? You cannot even touch them. She projected the footage again, slowing it frame by frame. When the weapons vanished, their energy didn't stop. It dissolved into strings of symbols, runes matching the forgotten architect language. The chamber gasped. This was no human invention. This was history returning to correct its mistakes. Chapter 15. Allies begin to shift. Across the galaxy, worlds long oppressed or ignored by the Council watched carefully. Rebel clans, outlaw fleets, enslaved species, hidden nations. Many whispered the same idea. Humans do not seek thrones. They break them. Some wanted to join. Others simply wanted to live without fear. Messages reached Earth from unknown senders. We will stand with you. Give us freedom, and we give you our skies. We will fight the Council if you give us hope. Elias read each message silently, emotion hidden. He just whispered, "The tide begins." Chapter 20. Humanity finally speaks publicly. The humans opened a new broadcast, not just to the Council, but to every species in the galaxy. Screens lit up in markets, warships, farms, prisons, mines, palaces, slums, and academies. A single human stood in the center. Not a general, not a king. A woman in simple black clothing, her voice calm yet unbreakable. We do not seek to rule you. We do not seek to replace your council. We seek a galaxy where no species demands surrender from another. Her eyes turned cold for one moment. But if you come to our world again, we will not smile. We will end you. Millions watched in silence. The council trembled. Old powers began.
The galaxy did not sleep. Not after the broadcast. Not after the council's humiliation. Not after the sight of human ships standing like silent gods in the void. Every world, every empire, every hidden colony felt something shift. History had turned a page, and the next chapter would be written by humanity, whether the council accepted it or not. Inside the council chamber, leaders stood in chaos. Arguments, threats, shouting, fear, broken pride. They demanded war, demanded control, demanded silence. But none of them dared speak the truth. They had lost authority the moment humans refused to kneel. A secret meeting in the dark. Far from council space, in a system with no name, representatives from 37 species gathered in a hidden station. They were not soldiers, not rulers. They were survivors, exiles, rebels, outcasts. Species crushed by council power for centuries. A hooded figure stood before them, the symbol of the iron wings glowing faintly on her suit. "We do not come as conquerors," she said. "We come as those who refuse chains." A reptilian rebel blinked slowly. "You want to build a new empire?" The woman shook her head, voice like steel wrapped in quiet calm. "No empire, a balance. A galaxy where size does not decide worth." Silence fell, heavy, hopeful, dangerous. For the first time in memory, someone offered freedom instead of control. The council's final move. Back at the council capital, the Archon made his decision. Not peace, not surrender. He chose desperation. He opened a hidden chamber beneath the council's throne room. Inside, a massive orb of red crystal, pulsing like a dying heart. A weapon banned since the first stars formed. A device that did not destroy ships. It erased civilizations from time. The Archon placed his claws upon it, whispering, "If humans refuse to be ruled, they will cease to exist." He activated the device. Space trembled. Time cracked. Stars flickered like candles before a storm. The galaxy felt a ripple, but before the pulse completed, another force collided with it. A shield of invisible energy wrapped Earth like a cocoon of reality itself. Human systems lit up, ancient symbols patterned across the sky. Technology not powered by engines, but something older, deeper, forgotten.
The architect's legacy awakened. Humanity answers without war. A transmission cut into the council chamber. No warning, no request, no introduction. Just a voice. The same calm woman from Earth, but now her tone carried weight like planets shifting. "We detected your strike." Her eyes slowly narrowed. "This is your final mistake." The council protested, shouted, denied, but she spoke over them like a judge over criminals. "We will not punish your worlds. We will not destroy your fleets. We will end your authority." The chamber lights flickered, systems shut down, power drained silently. Every communication relay, enforcement fleet, every planet-bound council database, offline in seconds. Not hacked, not broken, turned irrelevant. The council no longer had control. They had titles, thrones, pride, but no power. Across the stars, messages flashed. Council authority revoked. Independent governance restored. Every species may choose its own path. Rebel fleets powered down weapons. Oppressed worlds cheered. Neutral empires shifted their banners. And for the first time in tens of thousands of years, the galaxy felt unowned. The human diplomat spoke to all systems one final time. "We do not rule you. We do not command you. But know this." Her expression became that same cold smile Earth showed on day one. "If you come to our world demanding surrender again, you will not find diplomacy." She paused. "You will find the end of your history." End closing scene. Earth orbit fell quiet. Ships returned to shadows. Engines powered down. No parade, no celebration, no press statements. Humanity simply went back to building, researching, improving, as if nothing happened, as if they didn't just reshape the galaxy with a single choice. And in distant space, beyond maps, beyond council reach, a massive structure ignited. A forge the size of a moon, awakening after ages of silence. On its surface, thousands of new human warships being born, one heartbeat at a time. Humanity did not prepare for war anymore. Humanity prepared for the future.